morning, most amazing artists.
Good morning, Miss Flo.
Start your flamingo with pencil, and then you will be able to trace with Sharpie after. This flamingo is done with paint, but you're going to get to use paint sticks today, which are a really fun thing to use. To make the flamingo, we kind of start with an S-type shape right here. You can see it makes an S. So we're going to start with the top of the head, and then come down. This is the back of the neck, and then we stop right there. So that's this line. So it's like a backwards S, kind of. Then to make the head, we're gonna put a smile shape right underneath where the head is. So right here, we're gonna put the smile. Then you can see the neck follows that backwards S shape like this. So we'll go from here, come down around, and then instead of coming like right by it right here, we're gonna actually bring that line a little bit down and out. That way we can kind of come in and make the body. We'll come back and do the beak in just a second, but before we do the beak, let's do the back of his feathers. And you could paint, see how I brought the paint up above it to make feathers? You can even kind of change it with the paint pens or paints if you're using those. So we're gonna make a rainbow shape like this for the back of the bird's body. And then we're gonna come under that for this shape and make the smile shape right here. Like that. All right, and then we're going to make a point. I didn't connect the point when I drew it on this one. You can connect it, or you can kind of leave it unconnected and then just color it in with the paint. If you wanted to leave it connected, you could even add kind of like a little feather look with some zigzag lines. That's kind of how you do a duck too. Ducks, flamingos, they're all water birds. Then we're gonna connect these two lines like that. Flamingos look really cool when they have the legs that are like one stick going up and one's going down. So you can make the down one, and then the next one is gonna come out. It's kind of like a number 4, right? And then go back this way. And you can make those thicker by going like this. I'll probably do a dark color so it looks like this one's in front of that one. Some zigzags for his little webbed feet. It's probably bigger feet actually, but that's okay. And then his beak. So I'll come down just a little bit more on mine. Just think about where you want the little beak to go. The beak's gonna come out and down. So diagonal line, like if you're thinking about a compass, you know how a compass has north, south, west, east, so you're going to go southwest and then south. And then come back up, makes a little triangle. And then after you make this triangle shape, you're just gonna connect the dots from here to here. Like that. And his eye, and I'll replay the video if you want to see it. His eye is a rainbow and a smile. And I'm gonna make the iris, maybe leave a little mark for the highlight. You don't have to leave that. So the really fun thing is you're gonna have these art paint pens. These are paint in a crayon-like or marker-like shape. I color it like paints too. Like the darker colors, I'm gonna do more on the outside. Yes. Question? Yeah, that looks great. And you can still trace it with Sharpie and use these. So I'm gonna go with the darker color on the bottom. Even like a more purple would be okay. And the lighter colors on the top. So, oh gosh, that has some green in it, oddly. So this is a lighter pink, so I'm doing this one on the top. I actually didn't like how light that pink was, so I might even get like a darker purple like this one. And go on the very edge with some darker purple, like a shadow color on the bottom of him, because the bottom of him would not be in the sunlight. It would be like in the shadow, right? Because his body's blocking the sun. So I might add some more purple here. I want to pick a dark color for the legs. so that it doesn't look weird with seeing the lines through it. And once you're done with the Sharpie, you can come get your art pens, whichever ones you want. I'll keep doing this as an example so you can watch it in the video.
Can we use it?
Questions? Yes, you can start. If you're ready to start your Sharpie, do the Sharpie first. You can pass those out if you want. And then also I would do, so this black part looks really good with Sharpie. So I would color this in with Sharpie instead of the art pens. I would do that with the Sharpie. They're, no, wait a minute, because they're doing this one. All right, the lighter color pinks would make really good colors for the inside. If you have bigger ears to color, you might want to use the thicker ones like this. Yes, you have a question?
You know how when you're underwater, it kind of fades, like what's under the water kind of fades?
Yeah.
When I drew the foot and then I erased it, look, that's what I always do.
Oh, yeah. Mona. All right, so on the top of the bird, this is where the light is hitting it the most. You even might want to add like a little bit of yellow. Yellow mixed with pink though, what color does that make? What color does yellow and pink make when you mix them together? Orange. So if you over mix it, you could end up with orange, and you might not want to have orange, but a little bit of yellow might look like the sun's kind of like, it's like a really bright sunny day and the sun is shining on him, making him look like very glowing and warm. And that's kind of what you want, because where in America do flamingos live? What state?
Florida.
Yeah, and just South Florida, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, where I'm from. And that part is, you know, really warm and nice and sunny. I'm gonna add some of the dark pink around the edges. Remember value? If you use the same color like pink, but you make it a darker pink on the edges, that will help it to look more rounded, because as things bend away from light, they look more round. Yes.
For our background, can we do like a swamp?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some ideas, but you can do whatever you want. So some of you might be wanting to do the background before you color in your bird. Let me do the beak, and then I'm gonna show you after I do the beak how you can use some background colors. So yeah, you can use anything you want. So the yellow flamingo beaks might be kind of like pale yellow or bright yellow. You can make them however you want. I'm going to do more bright yellow in the middle, and then to make it look more 3D, I'm going to take an orange and go on the outsides. That way this part looks like it's bending away from the light. Sometimes you can even mix these paint pens with like a pastel with your finger. So if you have some white spots and you want to blend into those white spots, just like you do with pastel, you can do it sometimes with this. Sometimes it doesn't work very good. I'm just going to kind of scribble in some color where I see some white and then blend it. That really makes it look really cool, doesn't it? Questions before we do the background? Yes.
Is it okay if I make the color kind of pale and then I put a baby?
Yeah, you can do that. Any creative idea you have, it's going to make it amazing. So you can, of course, use your creative ideas. This one had a little bit of green in it. That's okay. I'm just blending it in. Okay, so for the water, I think it looks really cool to kind of do like some blue, like, you know, flamingos love the water, right?
Yes.
They love being in the water. So I'm just going to put some water down here. Maybe where he's standing, he has a little bit of shadow under him. So I'm going to add some purple in that water. A lot of times these flamingos like water where there's grasses, because little fish grow and shrimp grow in those grasses. So we're going to make some grass coming up. You also can make, if he's like in a lagoon that has some willow tree branches coming down, or maybe he's in a place that has palm tree branches, you could add all these kind of things coming into the picture. I'm going to do some grasses. You can crisscross the grasses. What is better than one color of green? Two colors of green. What's better than two colors of green? Three. So the more different colors of green you're going to add here, the more amazing it's going to be. You can even add some yellow into some places or blue to that green.
I'm gonna add.
If I have a shadowy place,
And then put some like.
yeah, you can add some blue where there's going to be a shadow.
Wait, this one.
And you could add some yellow where there's going to be some sunlight coming through. Maybe on the tops of the things. Add some brightness. I'm not adding any like flowers or anything because I already have a lot of color with the flamingo, and I don't want to add like pinks. But you could, like if you want to do that, you could do that. I like this mossy green too. So you could add some mossy green and just have fun with it. Maybe this is going to be behind him, coming out from behind. You can kind of make him look like it's in the background a little bit. Overlap them and just have fun with it. Don't worry about it too much. And when you're done, they'll be ready for you to sign. So sign your name maybe with Sharpie at the bottom, and we'll hang them up on the wall.